Hi friends, it's Amy. Welcome to my bookish life. Today I have my books and treasures box. So let's get to it. So recently these boxes have not been doing so hot in the mail. They are crumbling apart. I don't know what it is, but it's crazy. Crazy. See, that's not how that's supposed to open. I only see two coffees. Ooh, but raspberry chocolate lava. This is a different company. This is Gloria Jeans. And donut shop. Oh, wait. I can't see it. Oh, coconut mocha from Donut Shop. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that flavor. All right, let's see. A reading puzzle, 120 pieces. Oh, and these pieces are nice and big. The last puzzle they gave the pieces were very small. It was not easy. In fact, I didn't finish it. Oh, but this looks like it's going to be so fun with that R and reading in different ways. So there's not a lot that's going to be exactly the same. So it's going to be a little bit easier, I think, to find where the puzzles go. And I think that's great. This is heavy. Books are my love language. Bottle opener. This is heavy. Like this is heavy. I love it. I love it. Ooh. A nice coaster. This is made out of like the mouse pad material. Very nice. Sorry. Oh gosh. Sorry, I'm busy reading. That is cute. Ugh, I'm gonna put that on my bag. Love. Oh, and here's the bookmark. It's got this cute little heart punch out. That's really cute. It's not like the super material that we have seen in the past, but very cute. Ooh, ooh, look at, okay. This is like iridescent, like it's blue up here and then it goes purple. That's pretty. That's really pretty. I like that. And then we have a cup, a mug. Oh, I'm gonna like this. So pretty. Just a stack of books, little glasses right there. Oh, that's pretty. I like these mugs. They're nice and big and they always turn out so pretty. All right, here's the book. It's thin. It's a thin one. Paperback. This way. Okay. The Castle in the Attic by Elizabeth Winthrop. Ooh, it's blurbed by Madeline L'Engle. Cover art 2021. When is this from? Ooh. Yeah. Text copyright 1985. Okay. Okay. In a small attic, big adventures await. William has just been given an incredible gift, a mysterious model castle with a drawbridge, a moat, and a finger-high knight to guard the gates. It's almost too real. Sure enough, When William picks up the tiny silver knight, Sir Simon comes alive in his hand and tells William a mighty story of wild sorcery, mythical beasts, and a kingdom in need of saving. It's not long before William embarks on a fantastic quest to another land and another time where a fiery dragon and an evil wizard are waiting to do battle. Get ready to be swept away by the magical adventure that has been captivating readers for years. All right, honors and praise. ILA CBC Children's Choice, winner of the California Young Reader Medal, winner of the Dorothy Canfield Fisher Children's Book Award. Madeline Lingle said, Winthrop creates a believable imaginary world that nevertheless relates to the real world. Large-sized magic, the charms are unfailing, by Lloyd Alexander. A satisfying quest fantasy will appeal to a wide range of readers. A satisfying quest fantasy will appeal to a wide range of readers. School Library Journal. The adventure William encounters in the fantasy world is intense, and his face-off with the wizard is satisfyingly dramatic. Book list. For Andrew Who Dared to Cross the Drawbridge. Look at these illustrations. On Monday afternoon, Mrs. Phillips was waiting for William at the kitchen door. He came in shaking like a dog and blowing the raindrops off the tip of his nose. I still can't do it, he said. She looked disappointed. What do you mean? He's added an Arabian dive roll at the end of my floor routine. Before I even get through the handsprings, my legs feel like jelly. I'll have to help you practice them more. She turned back to the sink. Lots of work to do. We don't have that much more time. The meet is still 6 weeks away, he said as he hung his dripping poncho on the hook by the door. Sit down, William, she said. There's something I have to tell you. Her voice was formal, distant. He sat on the stool and wiped off his face with the towel she handed him. I'm going to be leaving at the end of the month. For vacation? No, she said, for good. I'm moving back to England to live with my brother. Why? He asked. It might seem silly to you, but I'm homesick, even after all these years, and you're getting old enough to take care of yourself. Mrs. Phillips had been with William's family since he was born. 10 years. I thought you were going to stay until I grew up, he said, still turning the idea around in his mind. He couldn't seem to absorb it. She sat down at the table across from him. Look at me. He shook his head. If he looked at her, he might start crying. William, you're 10 years old. You can take care of yourself now. How do you know? He shouted. He shoved his chair away from the table. You're not going to leave me. I won't let you. He ran out of the room before he could say anything else. Mrs. Phillips owned 2 things that she really cared about. One was the picture of her husband, who'd been killed in World War II, and the other was her mother's pearl circle pin. When she went home to her little apartment in town on weekends, she left these 2 objects at William's house, where she thought they'd be safer. When I die, William, she often said, be sure they bury me with my picture and my pin. On Saturday morning, William took them and hid them in the shoebox that held his rock collection. He knew Mrs. Phillips would never leave without them. Sneaky. She must have noticed they were gone right away, because the first thing she always did on Monday morning was open her top bureau drawer and take them out. When she picked him up from gymnastic practice in the afternoon, she looked at him for a long time without saying anything. He got all ready to lie, but she didn't bring up the subject. On Tuesday, his father and Mrs. Phillips stopped talking the moment he walked into the kitchen. Hello, William said brightly. Mrs. Phillips turned away without a word. Hello, William. Finished your homework? His father asked as he drifted out of the room. His mother was the first one to come out and ask him directly. She was tucking him into bed Wednesday night when she brought it up. Have you seen Mrs. Phillips' picture? You know, the one of her husband that's always on the bureau. It's missing. No, said William. He pulled his bear up over his face. Well, will you please keep an eye out for it? She's also missing a pearl pin that was left to her in her mother's will. Maybe the man who came to fix the furnace last week took it. His mother rambled on, but William wasn't listening. Why didn't Mrs. Phillips come and ask him himself? Why didn't Mrs. Phillips come and ask her herself? I wish you weren't leaving, William said in the middle of one of his mother's sentences. How come she has to go? She misses England, William. That's where her brother lives. When you get older, I guess you want to go back to your family. But we're her family, aren't we? William asked. As close as we can be, William, without sharing blood, his mother said. She's been with us for 10 years. That's a long time. She leaned over and hugged him. Good night. I'll see you in the morning. Mom, he called as he started out of the room. She won't leave without her picture, will she? She told me she wanted to be buried with it. Her mother stopped and thought for a minute. She's made up her mind to go, William. I think she'd even leave her picture behind if she had to. Intriguing. I wonder where he gets the castle from. Does he get it from Mrs. Phillips? Let me know if you have read this book. I have never heard of this book. It would have been around when I was growing up. But no, very intriguing. I am excited. I love that there is a dragon on the cover. Look at how scared he looks. He's so scared. Have you heard of this book? Have you read this book? Let me know. I would love to hear from you down in the comments. I love chit-chatting with you all down there. Commenting, liking, and subscribing really helps my channel grow, and I so appreciate it. That's all I have for you for today. I hope you're finding something wonderful to read, and until next time, happy reading. Bye!